Good morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are. I'm Paul Clark and welcome to my studio. So, what have I got for you lovely lot today? Well, I thought we'd do something nice and simple today. Something nice and colourful and certainly a lot of fun. So we're going to be having a go at painting this lovely colourful grab. Colourful grab in line and wash. So, come and join me and we'll paint this step by step together. Okay, today's materials. My paper is some Bockingford Rough. It's £200, so nice and thick, so won't need stretching. It's not a cotton paper, but it's a great paper. But of course, any decent paper will do. My colours today, well, there's lots, so I'll list them below as I use them. But it's a real opportunity for you to use your own. Now my brushes, just two from my range, a number 6 and number 12 round. Now for my drawing, I'll always put a centre line when I'm drawing something which is fairly symmetrical, like this crab here. And as always, a free drawing template is available to download from my website, link in the description below. Now for the line work, I'm just using an ordinary garden stick, which I just sharpened to a point. And some black India ink, which is obviously waterproof. But you could use a dip pen or just an ordinary black waterproof marker. And the reason for this is I want some nice scruffy line work which is not consistent, some blobby thick bits and thinner scratchy lines. Leaving plenty of gaps because I really don't want this to look like a technical illustration. I'm just trying to give it a bit of a arty feel, and definitely using rough paper is helping to give that texture in the line. Now this whole inking process probably did take me a good 10 minutes, so I'll just speed up the process. Now if you're new to line and wash, I do have a beginner's guide, which was one of my most popular videos. Link above if you're interested. Now it's looking a bit anatomical at the moment, even a bit frightening, like something from the movie Alien, but I'm sure that'll all change when we add in all the fun colour. Next I'm taking one of these Pentel Ultrafine S570. Now it has the same reference number as one of these Bobcats, so don't go ordering one of these by mistake. Now the thing about this pen is that it's not waterproof, so using it just sparingly here and there when we apply our wet washes on it, we should get a nice little fuzzy arty looking line. Now once by mistake I did a full line drawing using this pen, and you can see what happened once I wet it. Total disaster. But as I said, used sparingly, I think it can be quite effective. Now I'm making sure that ink is totally dry, because I don't want to smudge it. I've done that before, and I'm just taking out the pencil lines with an eraser. Then giving the complete sheet a light spray with some clean water. Now I'll list all the colours that I'm using below, but I'm literally just chucking in the colour, holding my brush right at the end to give me big broad strokes, but I'm just getting that colour in, not worried about getting things neatly in the lines, just going for it. And you can see already some of these lines are smudging from that Pentel pen. Make sure all your washes are nice and watery and wet, because I want all these colours to mix and blend on the paper. Now, although I'm chucking in these colours basically at random, I am trying to get the two sides roughly symmetrical, so I've got the same colours on each side. But be aware, if you put too many colours in and you mix too many colours together, you are in danger of them going muddy. Now, use a big paintbrush for this. You don't want to be fiddling around trying to be too neat. And you can see I'm trying to roughly match the legs the same colours each side. And it's a good opportunity to use some colours you don't usually use, like these phthalo greens and blues. Just go for whatever works for you. It's all about having fun with this one. Having said that, it really is good practice for getting your water to paint ratios right. Every time you paint, you learn something, even if you learn never to do one of these again. Now, I've never done a crab before, but they are interesting animals. They can vary in size from a pea crab a few millimeters wide to the Japanese spider crab with a leg span of 13 foot. Now that is scary. Now, they're known to be over 7,000 species in 98 family groups, with the first fossil records dating back 200 million years. And the other thing, should I say it? Yeah, they taste pretty good too, in a granary sandwich with plenty of black pepper and a touch of mayo.
Don't pretend you know all about crabs.
Okay, now it's time for the background, and we're really going to go for it here. We're just going to splash around with lots of colour, lots of flicking, lots of water, lots of colour. Just have fun with this. Don't worry about the crab still being wet, just let this colour bleed into it. And as I said earlier, this is just a great way of learning how the paint mixes in different situations. Some thicker washes, some more watery washes. Let's suggest a bit of texture here on the shell just by lifting out with a dry tissue. And here I'm putting in some blobs of clean water into those damp washes, hopefully to get some nice back runs or cauliflowers. And here I'm just softening some of these edges with clean water. Now for some further texture with my extremely dirty hand, I'm just sprinkling in lightly some table salt, just individual granules, try not to get big blobs of it. And here with my number 6 brush, I'm just lightly tapping some more blobs of clean water to get a more subtle motley effect. Next it's time for some highlights with some lovely gooey white gouache or acrylic. And you can see that really interesting texture that's been achieved by the salt now it's dried. I think just adding these little white highlights add that extra bit of sparkle. Now that everything's dried, I'm just going to add a few more hard edge splats on top. Now in last week's tutorial I didn't do any splatting, so I've promised double this week. Then finally I'm taking this cheap black marker, I think it's an Amazon owned brand, and I'm just going to bring out some of these dark lines here and there. we go, all done, and I did this one in just over 45 minutes. Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, and you'll give it a go, because this is definitely one that you can splash around with that colour, definitely one that you can make it your own, and of course definitely one that you can enjoy the experience. And in the meantime, please don't forget to like, leave a comment. I do read every single one. Subscribe. Oh, hang on, it is free. And of course I look forward to seeing you all again next week for another watercolour Wednesday. Have a great week, everyone. Where's me Krabby's ginger beer?